Hi friends, how are you? Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Thank you so much for being here. This is Camilla of C_Loves Planning, and I appreciate you coming along to do a memory spread with me. This one is using Lynner Designs Backyard Barbecue, and I actually end up pulling this one in. If you saw my last plan with me, I mentioned that my husband and I go for a little weekend getaway with some friends, and I pulled this one in for that because of the river in the background of the scenery. And we'll get into that more in the day by day, but basically on this little getaway we were at a place that was by a river. So that was why. And I wanted to say sorry too that this is going up late. I usually like to have my plan with me's go up the same day that I post the first half of it over on Instagram, the pictures for it. But I lost my voice over this last weekend. I think it's back enough that I can make it through this plan with me. But sorry, it's just extra raspy, extra croaky. I hope it doesn't make this video too painful to watch, but thank you if you stick it out with me. I appreciate that. And I pulled in pink foil with this kit. There were so many colors that would have been so cute with this, but I wanted to pull this pink in because I had a freebie from Kristen's planner. I used the quote up on that sidebar, top box on the sidebar, that I will never forget you, and I love that it had August in there. And I pull in also, it has a script that says missing you and good cry. I pulled those in too. It was just kind of perfect for this. Over the weekend getaway that my husband and I went on, we have friends who started a band, gosh, I don't even remember how many years ago. And it was they were a little more successful than just hanging out in their garage playing type thing. They actually, I think they did one tour too. But anyway, they haven't played together in a really long time, and they did this reunion thing at this really cool location. Again, we'll talk about it more in the day by day, but it was up by pretty close to another one of our friends' cabins. So we go up and stay at our friend's cabin and go to this reunion concert that they did. But also this reunion concert was kind of dedicated to one of our really good friends that we lost to suicide. So trigger warning about that. But I thought this was part of me didn't want to mention that at all, but because this is Suicide Prevention and Awareness Month, I thought that would be just kind of an important thing to address, or at least mention, I guess. And I promise this plan with me is going to be very lighthearted, very silly. There's a lot of super funny, stupid things that we do and say and stuff coming up. But I did want to mention that if you or someone you know is struggling, you can call or text 988 or chat at 988lifeline.org. Just always know there are more people that love you and need you here than you think. So just wanted to mention that really quick. And then I think I didn't even mention when I started, sorry, but this kit is from Lynner Designs. I know I said that, but I am on her PR team. So you can use Camilla15 or put Camilla in the notes to get my freebie real time. She just is, oh, sorry, that's Luna. Having her new releases sale, the Christmas ones, and there's all these Halloween freebies for the month with them. So excited for these. So if you haven't seen it, go check those out right now. And the exclusive kit, Buddy, I helped with the vision board on that one, so please show it some extra love. I was so thrilled when I saw that. It came out perfect. Lynn did such a good job. Anyway, sorry, so we'll hop into day by day. So catching back up on Friday, there was some That day started in my Clueless spread, so you can watch that if you want to know what happened earlier. But my husband and I were driving up to the lake. We stopped for gas, um, and that was like the only gas sticker that I had. So that's a little munchkin at the pump. And we were listening to Hunger Games on our drive up. And in this like scene flap that I did, I end up putting pictures there on those two sides, so that's why the plans aren't going in. But then when we got there, we had some drinks with our friends. That's a White Claw from McPlans, who I also do PR for. So you can put in Camilla15 or Camilla in the notes. Sorry, had to clear my throat, but you can put Camilla in the notes if there's a sale to get my freebie. And also, so with that Buddy the Elf kit, sorry if I'm being really obnoxious. I know I mentioned this on Instagram, but in case you weren't there, the McPlans sampler that I just did has Buddy and Jovi on it, so you'll probably want that with your Lynner Designs Buddy kit. Then below that, I put in a heart with all the dogs just because it was funny. Everybody that was staying at the cabin had a couple dogs, and then some of the other people that were staying were actually dog sitting a couple other dogs, so it was just like this massive dog party, which ended up being a really fun thing because it was a last weekend for one of our friends' dogs, so super sad, but he went out with a fun puppy bang. So then below that, we went out to dinner. That's from the Coffee Monsters Co. And if I ever don't mention where a sticker is from and you'd like to know, please ask. I'm happy to help. And then below that, I used a Scribble Prints Co. poop because we were laughing at a very inappropriate meme that I will not try to describe because it was very inappropriate, but I don't know, what can I say? We are two and laughed our butts off at that. And then there was like a really, really cool cloud, which seems so stupid to mark in my planner, but it was like just totally blue skies except for this one gigantic fluffy cloud that was like the sun was kind of going down and hitting it just at this perfect angle, but then it was like stormy on the backside and like, I don't know, it was just really gorgeous. And then below that, another McPlans seltzer. One of our friends brought up a pack of these seltzers that were supposed to be like healthy or something. And she opened it and was like, "Oh my God, it's so awful. Like, I can't drink this. It tastes like dirt." And like, so everybody had to try this awful seltzer and we were all laughing about how bad it was. And she is so funny. She ended up like emailing the company. Like, that's just her personality. So I don't know. It was really funny. And then next column, that's a McPlans bat. And I was talking about how like I had never seen an actual bat just like just outside, like in life, happened upon a bat. So they were like, "Oh, we get them here all the time. Like, let's go out and look for a bat." So we were sitting out on the back deck for a long time, just like staring up at the sky. And I was like, I'm not gonna lie, I think you guys are kind of full of it. Like, I am not seeing any bats. And then one of them was like, "Oh, well, it's probably just because it's windy." And then my husband and I were laughing. We're like, "Oh, yeah, because bats hate wind." Like, I don't know. Again, maybe you had to just be there, but we were laughing really, really hard. And then below that, another funny thing. So at this cabin, our friends, so it's actually like his mom owns the cabin, but like she just never makes it up to it anymore. So it's kind of theirs too. But anyway, she had this decoration of a ceramic deer out on the fireplace. And actually, years ago, we were all up there like with our kids, and I think one of the kids like threw a ball or something happened, and it hit this ceramic deer, which fell over. It was part of a set, and we just knew his mom was going to be so upset and sad about this deer. We didn't have any glue or any way to fix it, so our brilliant minds went, "Hey, we'll just tape it." And maybe she won't notice. She noticed immediately, but this deer to this day is still there with its taped head that like still falls off and stuff. Like, I don't know. So now the deer is just super funny. Like, it was stressful in the moment, but now it's hilarious. And while we were up there, we like saw the deer again and then like had this moment of like, remember when this broke and we tried to fix it with tape? Anyway, so we were laughing about that. My husband and I fell asleep again listening to Hunger Games. I was so excited to sleep in because we did this trip without kids. Like everybody got babysitters for their kids. We haven't done a trip like that of just all of us together without any kids, I think, since people in this group started having kids. So it was kind of wild. We were all excited to sleep in. And then my body's just so used to waking up between like 5 and 6 that I couldn't sleep in and I was sad. And then the computer below that, I had a plan with me all scheduled to go up at that point. And I went to like post my pictures of it and stuff. And the plan with me was just gone. And I was out of town. And we were like up at this cabin that had crappy service. And so anyway, I was just bummed about that. Then we had coffee and just like slowly chatted and stuff. The boys did some morning shots, which just like makes my skin kind of crawl to even think of, but we were laughing about that. Then we were playing this card game called Screw. Let me know if you've ever played it. It's not Egyptian Screw. I don't know. I tried to like look it up, and because at one point we had questions about the rules and there were so many different names for it, and I don't know. But anyway, we always call it Screw because the people who taught us how to play it called it that. So we played for a long time. And then I was making biscuits and gravy for breakfast with my friend. She like is such an amazing chef. I love cooking with her. And then her and I were having some good chats. That's from Teddy Plans. And then she is my friend that her and I both love to do puzzles together. Anytime we're like out of town together, we love to do a puzzle. So we were doing that. And then I put stop being gross because at this point we were like well into the day, but we were just so in like cabin, relax, zone out mode that like we've been sipping coffee and chatting for hours and doing puzzles, playing games. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, it's afternoon and I still haven't brushed my teeth or washed my face. Like I am gross. So that was that. And then a couple of our other friends that were coming out for the concert made it. So I marked that they were there. They drove from like California. So that was really nice. Then going into this page, the baby onesie, that's from Mid Plans. Our friends that came from California brought their new baby and I hadn't met him yet, so I got to like meet the little guy and hold him. It was so exciting. Then we all drove together. We did like a caravan thing to the concert, but we stopped at Subway for dinner on our way. And then I did the This Is Fine marshmallow. That's from Paper and Milk, because out of nowhere it like started storming really hard. Like the windshield wipers couldn't keep up. We made it through the storm, but then we were going down this sketchy dirt road going to the concert location. It was like you go up this mountain and then down the side of it into a valley with a river that goes by it. Like it was gorgeous once we got there, but going down that steep road into it was so scary to me. So then, yeah, next thing I mark with Stick with the Planco, little squidge. It's so cute. He's like on the edge looking out at, I don't know if that's supposed to be a lake or river or the ocean or whatever, but that looked like the scenery. Like the sun was kind of starting to go down. It was over this river. Like it was just gorgeous. So we were just kind of walking around enjoying the scenery for a little bit before the concert started. We went and said, I put say hi to the band, but those were like our friends that were playing. They were just like setting up and stuff. So we like went over and said hi to them, let them know we were there. I think that was Munchkin, right? Covering its eyes. It was just kind of awkward. We ran into someone who was like one of our friends' exes where things ended really badly. So that was just like a little strange to see this person there. And then with the Munchkin and the Tombstone and the Missing You, that's from Kristen's planner, just marking that before the start of the concert, they did kind of a tribute to our friend that I mentioned at the beginning. And it was just, yeah, just a really like sentimental moment of, I mean, a lot of people were there just to see the band, but this was just a really important person to all of our friends. So all of the friends that were there to support the band, like we just kind of had a moment and it was really special. Then under this flap, I used a glam planner that came in a mystery for the concert. And this sticker will forever make me laugh because when I first opened these, I was like, what is that supposed to be? And my best guess with this one was that it was a seance because you can see the like character in the middle and then everybody else is like an outline. So I thought they were ghosts. And I thought the stage was like a table. But anyway, it's supposed to be a concert. So that's to mark the concert. And then I put two babies because our other friend who had a baby, like they both had their babies, what was it, 2.5 weeks apart or something crazy. So, but they were both there. They both had their babies, and everybody was just like in heaven holding these two cute babies. And then, oh, at this location, or sorry, then my husband and I went for like a walk around, just kind of enjoying the scenery together, kind of in between sets. And then at this location, it was a really cool thing. They had like this outdoor stage, and then right in front of it, there are naturally occurring hot springs there. So it kind of looks like a pool that they made, but it's a natural hot spring. So we kind of sat on the edge and stuck our feet in. I didn't realize the hot spring was going to be right there in front, so I didn't pack a swimsuit or anything. I mean, I could have hopped in anyway, but I knew we had this like drive to get back and I didn't want to go back wet. So I just stuck my feet in, and my sweet husband just sat on the side and stuck his feet in with me because he's the best. And I just marked that it was such a magic moment just being there at this gorgeous location with the hot springs on our feet, like listening to our friends play, having a moment to remember our lost friend. And I mean, I just, the whole thing was really magical. And then they did a special, like, dedicated song to him, which of course got me just like bawling like a baby. So that's a McPlan's Pig Crying and the Good Cry script. Then on our way home, I didn't have a fox sticker, so I did this like flying squirrel. I don't know. I thought it kind of worked. Just imagine with me. But as we were driving home, there was a fox that like ran across the road, and that was another thing that I was like, I don't know if I've ever seen a real fox just like out, just outside, just happened upon a fox. So that was cool. And then below this munchkin, I'm not gonna like, I don't know, basically, like she would tell you this story too if she were here because it was hilarious and she was laughing the most out of everybody at it. But one of my friends in the other car, so like I said, we were caravanning and she had to pee really bad and I guess just decided not to pull over or not to have like her husband pull over. He was driving and so she like tried to pee in a cup and it like spilled in their truck and stuff. And like, I don't know. It was really funny. She was laughing, like I said, the hardest of everybody, but we teased her pretty good about that. I mean, mostly everybody else. I don't know. I just, teasing type jokes don't really come like naturally to me. Anyway, we were having bagels and then fell asleep again to Hunger Games. That morning I was able to sleep in. Hooray. My dad called and then I got to see the McPlant sampler. The Buddy the Elf one is on there. That one I just showed. So I got to see that. I was so excited. It turned out so cute. Michelle was so sweet to do like a few special requested ones on there. Then I was cooking breakfast with my friend, and then I put coffee outside. Like they've got this wraparound porch on their cabin, and it like looks over a lake, and it's just really gorgeous. The weather, like the temperature was perfect, and so we all just sat out on these chairs, looking at the lake, having coffee, chatting for like a really long time because it was just magical. Then we all helped clean up and drive home. And then this, again, just a bug is a bug, but I need to get, Crafty Planner has a bug sampler sheet, which I need to pick up because I feel like I've had to mark a lot of bugs lately. Ooh, and I gotta really hurry. But we were driving with the windows down because it was so nice, and a grasshopper flew in the window and landed on me. It scared me to death. Got home and cuddled the girls. We got Cafe Rio. We were doing tricky shirts again where I like pretend to fold them up and they think it's hilarious. We did a family sleepover and ended the night watching Big Brother. So that was our getaway. It was amazing, emotional and amazing and so funny. We are just like silly and we think we're funny. We crack each other up. So it was great. And thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope my mentions at the beginning were not too much. I hope that was okay. But thank you so much. I appreciate you being here and hearing me out. Sorry for my voice, all the things. If you enjoyed, I hope you'll consider subscribing and coming back again. It would mean the world to me. And have a beautiful day or night wherever you are. Talk to you next time. Bye.